with a brain.
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, I need to move
You can
this
start over if you
again.
like, Muriel.
Yes, I'm
Sorry
going
about
to
that.
start over. Thank you. The human snake, song of the divine feminine trapped in the animal body. Once upon a time in a jungle, I, the woman, swallowed men and wolves for breakfast or wrangle. So, why are they hurting me now? Mother of past thought and future memory, gifted with a brain to design, imagine, and compute, I dreamed myself into a curvy, desirable body, a heart so subtle it craves and causes pain to mute. Elixir, mating, and intoxication I created for senses entanglement. I, the eternal dark remedy and lucent poison. Now, I became addicted to the scent of people pleasing, a perfume drawing admirers and jackals nearby, intimate monsters relishing as I desire the attention of my own reflection, eyeing for me to cry. Being fed to jackals reminds me I existed as a deer, princess of wild things, hunted and helpless. I almost forgot my existence as a tiger, hunting, versatile, and aimless. I thought my secret wounds would cease upon the absorption of a public death. I thought the pristine would be renewed with solid stillness. Before dark, legends prophesied my name would be freedom. Disheveled, naked, creative, and destructive, howling, I would walk, mocking what ends and binds with my protruding tongue. Now, poets who sing the invisible and mold matter praise me, compose odes to wisdom, selflessness, and beauty, sing the awakening of serpents over their heads, spine, or twining along a cross or a tree. They praise me, I, the substance of life, the final alchemy. I used to swallow men and wolves for breakfast or wrangle. So why are they hurting me now? Now I walk the earth, my belly close to the ground, weaving my soul to men, women, hyenas, sacred deers, deities, and bromeliads, a human snake, limbless, yet still laboring. I am among familiar faces, warm or cold blooded. I do not mate, neither do I devour. I exist for transmutation and self clarity. I know I am a mystery to others' eyes only.
Wow, that
Thank
was
you.
so deep. That was such a shamanic piece. Just
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yes. Yes, it's yeah, a shamanic piece. I love it. I love the way you describe it. Yeah.
Yes, that was just very deep. You took us there and brought us back. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're ready for your next one.
Yes. Can I read a poem in French?
Of course.
Okay, so where is it? The second one is shorter. Incantation. So the name of the poem is I don't know how you say it in English. Incantate. It's not. It's like praising the divine or something. Une incantation. I don't know. Maybe Claire, you know how you say it in English? No. Okay. Incantation. J'ai cherché le salut dans le vert miroitement de ton regard et toutes les voluptés du monde. Dans le vert miroitement du monde, je cherche ton regard et toutes les voluptés du salut. Une nuit entière dans le vert crépitement du hasard, miroité dans les volutes de toutes tes voluptés. Ô étourdissement, rite sorcier, ébriété du discours, trop vitement secrété. That's it.
Was that something like I look for you?
Yes. In fact,
Yes.
it's been inspired by one of my lovers when I was younger. he had just these amazing green eyes, and yeah, it was charming.
Les yeux de verre.
Tout à fait, tout à fait. Les yeux de verre. Oui, oui, oui.
Well, I didn't get all of it,
Parfait.
but I got most of it. So that was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah,
And then we have
thank you.
three's a charm.
Yes, three this is the charm. So that maybe I could read. Yes, I know. Um, where is it? So the name of this one is called The Body. The body. The body keeps haunting me. The pile of flesh and bones thinks it is me. It loves in my place and tries to hide when it hates. It relishes attachment, lust, and pain. Everything began with loss and rapture, so I was told. The long, subtle, divine departure from blissful eternity to painful mortality. Now a mind roams here, haunted by a body, hormones, flesh, and bones, heavy maternity. Remember when the sublime descended? At first, it was the subtlest, then subtler, then subtle, then gross. In the expansive mind, existence and the quagmire of life. Now it's all reason, facts, matter, water within and without. One day I will escape the body, the pile of flesh and bones thinking it is me. I will empty its cells of my presence, surrender to eternal joy or its absence. A friend gave me a prompt. He told me, have you ever considered the body may have a life of its own? Where does that leave you? Do you decide to breathe yourself into existence every minute? People say your volition is causing you to be successful or to fail at what you do. So command your blood to run faster in your veins. How did it go? Is success yours? Is the body yours? Is failure yours? Is the body yours? Ponder over your volition, the energy of desire versus willpower. Which one partners with the body? Which one doesn't care? And one last thing, do you think you will survive your own death? If yes, what is your plan?
I love how your poems are otherworldly. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. That was a
Please ex-
trip. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Welcome. My pleasure.
Cool. All right. So, David, are you ready to Rorschach us?
Yeah,
Cool, because I'm ready for you. Go ahead.
I'm happy to be here. So I'm going to read to you from the Rorschach page. This first piece is called Mona Lisa Selfie. A funny thing happened, as in a peculiar thing, between my first visit to the Musée du Louvre earlier this century and most recent, just a few days ago in 2016. What happened is that a huge percentage of the visitors now are viewing the masterpieces of art not with their naked eyes, but through their cell phones and tablets. It's not enough to view that most famous of paintings, La Gioconda, Mona Lisa, and let the power of Leonardo da Vinci's work hit you emotionally, which it does me, even at first glimpse from a distance outside the gallery as I approach. One must not only take a photograph, because there are never enough copies of the original in the world, but also be in the photograph. So there they are, blocking the view and grinning away. Marcel Duchamp famously put a mustache on a reproduction of the Mona Lisa, but that does not necessarily mean The world needs the selfie of some random guy with a mustache standing in the gallery in front of the painting. Ironically, I have heard some cranks and scholars argue that Mona Lisa herself is a selfie of Leonardo in drag. Venus de Milo is a wonder of the ancient world, but I wonder how one really sees it with one's back turned to it holding a selfie stick. It's the same thing at many museums in this modern day and age. Like across the Seine at the Musée d'Orsay, there's something weird and a bit disturbing watching people take their selfie in front of Vincent van Gogh's self-portrait. But maybe that's just how it seems to an older guy like me. When presented with the opportunity to view great art with one's own eyes and internalize that experience, that's not good enough anymore. A selfie is required, or it didn't happen. And it's all about me.
That was perfect. That totally embodies how a lot of people feel about not experiencing things through your eyes, but through your lens.
Yeah.
You know, even at poetry things, you look up into the audience and everybody's filming you with your camera, and it's like, yo, we're here live, enjoy it. You'll see it somewhere else on YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, that was perfect.
But then one thing I figured out is if everybody else is doing it, I don't have to worry about it. So I can just be there and somebody else will do the documenting.
Exactly.
I'll track it down somewhere someday.
Exactly. All right, well, we're ready for your next.
Okay. Druidic chores, chorus. Seek ye a staff that was broken. In campus ground it lies, where ne'er a wood mouse did burrow, or dog arf at a bone. Hence gathered pagans, drunken pagans, and Saint Stephen rang his bell. Much howling amongst these woods, and the natives were restless. The wicked eye hung baleful in the night sky. The muttering, murmuring troll searched on in the forest. Glad to meet ya, Mojo, Gladstone, Ram, Bam, the holistic battalion of Broken Bang. Pirates aren't easy to know, and they're harder to drink with. Star guitar, moral gore, for the crabs were evil and they would not learn morals. Amongst the natives there was little rejoicing, for all was amiss and besotted, and the way was not clear. Surely some force put hindrances in our way, or are we the force? Star Wars flashed before the eyes of those in the astounded circle. Circle of light, valley bright. Oh, yes, we used to sing that, and a ring, and Mabel and me, and the baby makes three. Zen overtakes the West, and television shifts. Rocket propulsion, we're in outer space. Transcendental psychosis, what? Back down. Learn to see this interchange. Overcharged, no charge. Excellent credit rating. And a skipping tune, rambling down that years ago.
Very nice as we leave the world again for the second time today.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, David, three's a charm.
He's a charm. Okay. This is what I say to all those bastards who are trying to harsh our mellow, okay? This is the funny face gang. Screaming, gleaming, close at hand, churning, burning in the sand. Forget them, lad. Let them hang. Forget the funny face gang. Growing, sowing across the land, moving, grooving, contraband. Escape your evil ways, she sang. Escape the funny face gang. Listening, glistening to a band, hearing, cheering each demand. Ignore their blasts, ignore their bang, ignore the funny face gang. Biting, fighting, reprimand, beaming, dreaming, final stand. Deny them all, that last cry rang. Deny the funny face gang.
Deny, deny, deny.
Wow.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Rorschach. That was awesome.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it. I
Wow.
love your
Oh, yeah.
voice.
Thank you. So
All
fun
right,
to be
and
here.
so now, Kareem, are you ready for us?
Yeah, I only have two songs tonight.
Just two?
Yeah, because
All right,
because
so we'll have to have the second one's a charm.
okay.
All right, we're ready.
So the first one is in French. It's called De sur ta peau, on your skin. De sur ta peau, je dessine un oiseau avec les doigts. Dans tes veines, il y a la peine, mais c'est l'amour le seul roi. De par monts et vallées, soulevant les marées, je crierai ton nom. Et si l'on se laisse aller, le temps d'un baiser salé, je crierai ton nom. Je chanterai même aux fleurs, et malgré la peur, je crierai ton nom. Par-delà la douleur, mon ami sèche tes pleurs, et je crierai ton nom. De sur ta peau, je dessine un oiseau avec les doigts. Dedans tes veines, il y a la peine, mais c'est l'amour le seul roi. Le seul roi. Par monts et vallées, soulevant les marées, je crierai ton nom. Si l'on se laisse aller, le temps d'un baiser salé, je crierai ton nom, je crierai ton nom.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Kareem, that was a love poem?
Yes, it's a love poem, yes.
Yes. I understand a little French, so I know it was I write your name.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I write your name on your skin.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Are you ready for the next?
The next one is in English. It's a small song. So it's called Lonely Guy. Lonely guy in his lonely life, in a lonely world, so lonely street, met this lonely girl in her lonely city, with the lonely dreams, as sad as it seems, and what they made is what they feel. Love, 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 so fucking real. Love, 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 so fucking real. Don't you despise anyone, and the sun will rise again. Don't you criticize, and the sun will rise again. A lonely guy in his lonely life, in a lonely world, so lonely street, met this lonely girl in her lonely city, with the lonely dreams, as sad as it seems, and what they make is what they feel. Love, 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 so fucking real. Love, Love, so fucking real.
Well, you said it all. It's fucking real. There you go. You said it
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you, Kareem. Okay, so
Yes.
now I would ask you to mute yourself, and I will ask Clara, you ready? Can't hear you. No? Does anybody else hear her? No.
And now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll start. These are two meta poetical texts. They're about my feeling about writing. So this first one is a draft, but it's called Poetry. And we'll start with this one. The sound of darkness resonates in the tumult of my mind. It dictates actions I never even thought about and claims I am a god, fertilizing the earth with my words, giving birth to thoughts that had stayed in the darkness of my mind for too long. Being a poet is giving birth to what you already have and more, what you can't grasp. You enter this strange room on the tip of the toes during the black night of forgetfulness. It's half open. This light behind the door marks the line between light and darkness, the song you should adore. Give life to what you have and more, everything that you discover, from the passion of your pen to the movement of your hand, excavating feelings you ignored. The word makes you think when it dances in the air and emerges from your soul. Feel it, like a rebellious bird flying through the night of your thoughts, shining through the darkness once aboard. But believe in the brightness of the open door, the end of darkness that promises yet another door, one you should adore.
Well, that was great wordplay, Claire. Very nice.
Thank you.
Cool. You got another one?
Yeah. This one is called Writing. It's about the place and time when it's an emergency to write, how I feel about writing in that moment. Writing. The place where I write is this white recess where everything is black and suddenly an opening like a half-open door, showing light and a promise. The promise to find what's within and to smile into darkness. A half-open door promising light, to find light in your heart. Enough so that you can transcribe in words what's in your mind, like colorful images, abstract shapes that move around joyfully waiting for their sound, to exist within, and then without, to the human ear. The eye, the second witness. The mouth, the messenger of this transformation, this fusion between the mind and the word that says what's inside, hidden to every door, every ear, non-existent till it shines above the depth of the thought. Writing is also a time when a sense of urgency emerges, the one to transcribe a feeling into thoughts, a time like an open door that needs a greater opening to see the light coming through, or darkness dissolve into dust and give birth to different colors, dancing joyfully through the recessive of your mind and gliding thanks to language. The language that no one speaks but you, and your urgency to say what was absent in the past, what was informed, silent, but so audible in your heart, burning in your skin, sparkling in your mind, boiling in what people call an idea. Make it into life. Something that needs to be said, the urgency of transmitting, the light from door to door, from light to even greater brightness, to communicate your soul, the beginning of language, the start of humankind, from torch to torch, until the fire burns without and doesn't fear darkness, from within to without.
Very, very nice. Thank you. That was so nice. That was like walking the path with you to how you get to write. That was beautiful. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Three's a charm.
Yeah. This one I've already read, but it's a short one and I think I can read it again. It's called Nectar of the Gods. Take the words out of your mouth like a nectar from the gods. Take the silence of the night as a sign the world you should adore. Take the rising baby's cries as a hope of reawakening, and the sweet breeze of the mountain as a secret to be keeping. Take the useless laughter as a sign of departure. Take the fools and drunkards as the models of failure. Take the pain in the heart as a sign you are living. Take the howls of the owl as an explanation why this world you should adore, and count to 4 till you jump in the water and wet your sacred fur to taste the glittering purple secret of the gods, the nectar of inspiration, the eternal night we adore. That's it.
Very nice as we left the planet again. Thank you so much for the trip. Thank you, Claire. That was beautiful. I'll ask you to mute yourself. And Caroline, are you ready? Excellent.
Yes, I am.
Cool.
Well, my first poem will be in French, and it's a sort of echo with the first song Karim sang. It's about a night I spent in the arms of a friend a long time ago. And it's in French. Cette nuit dans tes bras. Au creux des couvertures, à l'abri des regards, doucement, tes mains ont découvert ma peau. J'ai exploré la tienne, goûté tes lèvres, tendrement, amoureusement. Je m'en fous des autres, de tout. Ce qui compte ce soir, c'est toi et moi, bien vivants, à glisser sur cette onde calme et noire où dorment les étoiles. Cette nuit sous tes caresses, j'oublie les bleus sur mon sein. Cette nuit dans tes bras, je retrouve doucement le goût de vivre, le goût d'aimer. J'inscris en moi l'empreinte de ta peau sur la mienne. Je m'abreuve à ton souffle, dessine la carte intime du bout des doigts, celle qui mène de ton cœur au mien. Je t'aime, donc je vis.
Oh, that was so sensual. That was beautiful. Your voice just gave it the perfect je ne sais quoi. That was beautiful.
There is a quote inside, but I don't remember from which poem. I didn't write it at the end of the poem. This is a mistake I made. Well, another one. Oh, well, it will be an old one about love. It's called A World Without Love, and it's wrote in Spanish. I wrote it in French first, but this is the Spanish version. Whoa. Un mundo sin amor. Te quiero. Palabras terribles. Palabras aterradoras. Palabras cargadas por un pasado, un porvenir, promesas y risas, lágrimas y dolores, ausencias, esperas. Sonidos de negaciones de sin nombre, sí y no, y una presencia a veces sabrosa, a veces sosa, según el viento que gira, el humor vagabundo y las manos que quedan y pasan, rozan y tiemblan. Entonces no digo nada, me quedo quieta y el coito bebe en la fuente del silencio y nunca perdura, perjurio. Jardín desierto, tierra empapada de sal de lágrimas en demasías derramadas, la fuente de mi tristeza no se agota. A falta de amar para siempre, cojo el día sin decir palabra. Como un hombre del desierto llegando en las orillas del lago Victoria. No sé decir esto. En la idioma del desierto de donde procedo no existen las palabras. Lo vivo, lo siento. ¿Por qué decírtelo? Para que dure. Como un instantáneo de amor, convertir el presente pronto pasado en eternidad. Lo que ya ha sido cogido no queda para tomar. ¿Por qué decírtelo? Para que compartamos. Te quiero, disfruto de mi amor para ti y si me quieres, entonces te ofrezco el placer de compartir este amor conmigo. Y te lo digo, te quiero, porque me gusta quererte, porque es bonito amar, porque es la vida, porque la vida es bella. Y cuando un momento tan corto sea toca el corazón, quiero. Amo la vida, amo cuando te iluminas de una sonrisa.
That was beautiful. That was so good. Your voice like touches the air like a soft feather. That was beautiful. So three's a charm, Claire?
Yeah.
Caroline, I'm sorry.
Let's find the third one. Oh, this one is a funny one. It's called, it's in French also, and it's called I Love You, but I'm so exhausted. Je t'aime. Mais j'ai la flemme. Je t'aime, mais j'ai la flemme. J'ai pas envie de courir, j'ai jamais aimé me battre, j'ai pas envie de me surveiller ni de devoir m'épiler pour que toujours tu me trouves belle. Je t'aime, mais j'ai la flemme. Ça me saoule les histoires qui se la racontent, à jouer à s'aimer comme dans les films, à faire des trucs ensemble, à jouer être à deux, à me présenter comme la moitié d'un couple. Je t'aime, mais j'ai la flemme. Mon cul, c'est mes histoires. J'aime pas afficher ma préférence, faire des présentations officielles à la famille, devoir plaire ou déplaire, porter une putain d'étiquette. Je t'aime. J'ai la flemme de mettre les petits plats dans les grands, de me pomponner, de supporter tes colères, de jouer à être fière, de ranger chez moi pour mieux t'y accueillir. Je t'aime et j'ai la flemme. J'aime traîner au lit, péter au lit, laisser traîner mes fringues un peu partout où elles se posent. J'aime mater des séries, mais pas les mêmes que toi. Je t'aime, mais j'ai la flemme. J'ai envie que ça aille de soi. Pas envie de faire des efforts, pas envie que t'en fasses non plus. Si ça va pas, alors tant pis. Je t'aime, mais j'ai la flemme. J'ai pas envie, j'ai plus envie de faire comme ça, de faire comme si, dis jamais là, toujours ici. Je t'aime, j'ai la flemme.
That was perfect. We got it. Thank you, Caroline. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was great, you guys. So we're gonna take a couple minute break. So I'm gonna get myself some water, and I will be back in a minute. And maybe we'll shuffle it up for the second set if you don't mind. So I will see you in like a couple minutes. I'm gonna get me some water. You guys do the same, or feel free to chat among yourselves. See you in a minute.
Super, Caro.
Ah, j'ai adoré. Le je t'aime, j'ai la flemme. Formidable.
Je l'avais écrit en atelier d'écriture, je sais plus ce que c'était le sujet. Ça devait être un truc sur l'amour, je crois. Et j'avais tellement la flemme ce jour-là.
C'est formidable. J'ai adoré la diction, le ton, on sentait que c'était vécu. Et on a tous vécu quelque chose comme ça en plus. On sait très bien de quoi parle le poème. Merci beaucoup. Vraiment, c'était un beau moment.
Ouais.
Puis ça, après, au quotidien, en plus, si vraiment c'est parti pour une histoire qui dure, autant, enfin, je sais pas, je me dis, si on fait trop d'efforts au début, c'est plus sincère, on n'est plus vraiment nous-mêmes, on n'est pas en
Oui,
communication avec l'autre de toute façon.
ouais, ouais,
Et,
ouais.
mm. Non,
C'est...
puis comme il y
Non,
a
et
des
puis c'est
vrais...
frais. C'est frais parce que la poésie, enfin, souvent quand même, c'est très profond. On va des- dans les bas-fonds de ses émotions, de soi et tout. Et là, en fait, le poème est léger, même s'il parle de quelque chose qui l'est pas.
Mm.
Mais il est très léger et ça fait du bien. Voilà, ça fait vraiment du bien. Merci beaucoup.
Yes. Tes poèmes aussi, Muriel, étaient super. Celle
Oh,
de.
merci, Karine. Moi, j'ai adoré les chansons. Elles sont très chouettes aussi. À chaque fois, ça fait 2 fois que tu chantes. En fait, les textes sont jolis, les mélodies sont jolies.
Merci.
Voilà, donc
Ah, n'hésite
que
pas à
du
aller sur
bonheur.
YouTube et à taper Jafari. Il y a plein d'autres chansons.
Ouais, bah, j'irai voir. Ouais, ouais. Merci
Et
beaucoup.
si toi aussi, tu as un compte quelque part où on peut lire ta poésie, n'hésite pas à le partager.
Oui, oui, en fait, il faut que je le mette. Bah, je vais vous dire, j'ai une revue. Bon, je voulais en parler quand tout le monde revient, mais en fait, j'ai une revue. Je ne l'ai pas mis dans les commentaires, mais je vais le faire. Ma revue s'appelle Revue Révolution. C'est une revue bilingue.
Mm.
Et donc, on publie de la poésie, de la philosophie, de la mythologie, parce que les poètes sont de grands mythologues, et on ne le sait pas, mais on est très bon pour raconter des histoires. Et donc, voilà, on publie tout ça. Et puis, on peut me lire un peu sur Revue Révolution, mais c'est surtout les autres. En fait, je donne un espace aux autres. Voilà.
Ah, génial.
Donc,
Et
bon.
bilingue anglais-français, c'est ça?
Oui, bilingue anglais-français. Ouais, ouais, ouais. Elle est en 2 parties, en fait. la revue. Voilà, il y a une partie française, une partie anglaise.
Mais quand tu dis bilingue, c'est-à-dire qu'il y a autant des auteurs francophones que anglophones, ou c'est
Oui,
que
en
les
fait,
textes sont traduits?
les textes sont traduits. Elle est toute jeune, Revue Révolution. On a 4 numéros pour le
Mhm.
moment. C'est une revue annuelle, mais les textes sont traduits. Donc, elle existe. Elle a vraiment son pendant américain. Il y a un petit drapeau. Et donc, vous pouvez aller voir et vous verrez que tous les articles ont leur pendant. Et
Mhm.
jusque-là, en fait, j'ai eu la chance d'interviewer un artiste génial, en fait, qui s'appelle Oluwole Omofemi, donc qui lui est anglophone. Donc, il nous a donné un très, très grand entretien sur l'art en anglais, que nous avons traduit en français. Et
Mhm.
puis, il y a des poèmes. Il y a un autre poète aussi, ça aussi c'était un honneur de la traduire. Elle est poet laureate du Canada, donc c'est un poète au gouvernement. Je ne savais pas que ça existait ce genre de choses, des poètes du gouvernement. Et donc pareil, bon là pour la poésie de Julie, on ne l'a pas traduite, mais en fait il y a il y a un format de podcast où on peut l'écouter et il y a des retranscriptions en français aussi. Donc, j'essaye de retranscrire à chaque fois. Euh, on essaye de retranscrire à chaque fois, mais parfois, il y a des choses, bon, c'est juste pas traduisible et on les laisse comme ça, quoi. La poésie, c'est vraiment très délicat.
Mhm.
Et voilà. Un autre poète aussi qui s'appelle Fiona McIntosh, qui est aussi canadienne, qui écrit de très, très jolis poèmes, très, très courts, en fait, avec une voix pleine de souffle, comme ça. C'est très joli ce qu'elle fait. Et ça, c'est pareil, bon, pas possible de traduire, quoi.
Bah,
C'est trop beau, en fait.
pour
La
faire un peu
poésie.
de pub à Caroline, Caroline a écrit des contes aussi, des petits contes.
Formidable!
Mais ouais, et
Elle écrit des contes et
c'est
à la
bien.
fois sérieux et très, 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 très sombres
Ah,
pour
c'est
certains, genre ambiance
formidable!
grim, mais toujours qui finissent bien. Vraiment dans l'éthique du conte où c'est quelque chose d'initiatique et
Oui.
c'est pour donner des clés de survie et de réparation et de comment traverser des trucs sombres. C'est pas,
Ouais, ça
je me
ressemble
détache de la
beaucoup à...
mythologie de ce côté-là parce que la mythologie, des fois, c'est quand même super trash.
Ouais, ouais,
Voilà,
ouais.
c'est,
Ça ressemble beaucoup à quelqu'un que je connais qui a fait ça pendant quelques années. Et donc, mais avec plaisir, écoute, je vais mettre mes coordonnées, je vais peut-être le faire maintenant. Et en fait, on est ouvert, notre appel à texte est en ligne. Donc,
Mhm.
si tu veux nous soumettre un conte, ce serait merveilleux. Ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas rêvé en écoutant un conte. Ah oui, j'ai envie de rêver, ça fait très longtemps. Et voilà, quoi, si la revue vous intéresse,
Mhm.
Oui.
feel free.
Alors,
Voilà,
par contre, j'ai été juste voir enfin, j'ai commencé à acheter un coup d'œil et il y a marqué qu'il faut pas que ça ait été édité sur un blog ou sur un
Ah
réseau
oui, non, ça c'est
social.
un vieux truc. Non, non, mais c'est un vieux, on va
D'accord,
l'enlever.
d'accord.
C'est juste pour les réseaux sociaux. Sinon, pour les blogs personnels, bon, évidemment, je ne peux pas empêcher les poètes de publier leurs
Mhm,
poèmes. Le monde serait triste sinon. Mais c'est juste pour les réseaux sociaux parce que c'est une garantie de sérieux. Et je trouve il y a beaucoup de poètes qui se sentent frustrés parce qu'ils sont rejetés en fait par les maisons d'édition et ils vont publier leurs poèmes sur Instagram ou sur des comptes de réseaux sociaux. Et je trouve que c'est dommage
mhm,
parce que c'est précieux un poème. Il ne faut pas le brader comme ça. Il faut juste s'accrocher jusqu'à ce qu'on trouve la bonne revue pour soi. Ou
mhm.
bien on crée soi-même sa propre revue et puis voilà, c'est tout. Euh,
Ce qui en
voilà.
soi est quand même une super idée, hein.
Oui, c'est pas mal, hein. C'est pas mal.
Par
C'est
contre,
pas mal.
est-ce que ça te laisse, enfin, je pense que ça doit te demander énormément de temps aussi et d'investissement
Oui, mais j'adore
personnel. Donc,
ça. En fait, j'adore ça. Je ne fais plus que ça. J'adore ça. Je risque d'avoir un peu moins de temps dans un an ou deux.
mhm,
Mais dans un an ou deux, la revue va rouler toute seule. Et donc,
mhm.
et là, ça commence à bien rouler déjà. Et donc, même si on est tout jeune. Et donc, voilà.
Super.
Et du coup, t'es basé où?
Je suis à New York.
D'accord.
Voilà. J'habite New York depuis 3 ans. Et avant ça, on habitait Montréal.
C'est cool.
Et avant ça, Paris. Avant ça, Lille et avant Paris. Voilà.
D'où le petit accent par ego.
Ah oui, oh, bah, ici, il est encore là. Je peux faire un accent québécois aussi.
Non, 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 non.
C'est
Non,
ça, tu
non.
sais, je viens de là-bas. Non, c'est pas vrai. C'est mon mari qui vient de là-bas.
Non, mais moi j'aime, enfin, c'est le côté cosmopolite, c'est rigolo. Moi, c'est à force de parler avec, quand je reste longtemps à parler avec quelqu'un, petit à petit, je finis par m'imprégner de l'accent et je finis par choper l'accent de la personne.
Ouais, ouais.
Mais genre, quand je parle espagnol, ça m'est arrivé une fois comme ça, une amie qui me comprend quand je parle espagnol, pourtant d'habitude, j'ai parlé pendant une demi-heure avec un mec qui venait de Séville. Ils ont un accent très, très fort. Ils mangent la moitié des lettres. Et au bout d'une demi-heure, elle comprenait plus rien de ce que je disais. Donc elle est partie se coucher, elle me dit: «Oh, j'en avais marre, je comprenais plus, c'était horrible, il manquait la moitié des mots».
Très chouette. Ouais.
Ah, écoutez, je ne peux pas rester plus longtemps ce soir. C'était un vrai plaisir et un honneur de vous entendre et de vous écouter. It's been a real pleasure, David, to hear your poetry too. Thanks for everything, and I hope I'll see you next week.
Okay, Kareem.
All right, Karim, you're done? You leaving?
See you
Bye,
later,
Karim.
buddy.
All right,
Yeah.
and please.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh,
Bisous Karim, bonne soirée.
ciao, ciao.
Okay, so then Caroline, would you be ready to go next?
Yep.
I shuffled up the second set.
Oh, you want me to begin the second set?
Yeah,
That's
why
it?
not?
Okay. No, it was the same. Well. Another one, very tender one. Quoique, je vais finir avec celui-là. I will finish with this one, which is very tender, and begin with another one. How many poems?
Would you
Will
like
I
to do two?
two? Okay.
If you want, do whatever feels comfortable.
No, it's great. It's just to know with which one I'm beginning.
Yep.
Its name Disappearing, and it's in Spanish. Desaparición. Ya no está. La casa ha desaparecido. No sé por dónde buscarla. Es como si no fuera jamás. Pero tiene que haber sido. Si no, yo no estuviera aquí buscándola. ¿Qué ha hecho papá? Papá ha borrado los índices del pasado, la ropa, los hilos para coser, el bilboquet y mi mini bici con 3 ruedas de metal azul y rojo que me había hecho daño un día. Hizo como si yo no fuera de la familia, como si no me concernaba. Estaba en una especie de paraíso con gente que no les conocían. No me di cuenta. No era real, no podía ser, pero al volver, papá había borrado todo. Cuadro, casa, ropa, juegos, fotos, los muebles estaban en su casa, algunos, pero ya no era la casa, sino otra. Otro día había abandonado mi perro. Otro día quedaban cajas con el contenido del buffet. Poco a poco el presente ha devorado el pasado, pero no puede tocar mis recuerdos. Sé que ha existido, lo sé. Como el pasajero de una mujer desaparece de Hitchcock, lo sé. Pero la diferencia es que mi nonna no está escondida. En punto de volver diciendo ¡tará! Me había escondido. No, ya no volverá nunca. The first one and the second one more tender. It's about desire And what I imagine looking to a man I met for the first time in Rio, but in pandemic time, so I couldn't touch him. Topographie sensorielle. Par-delà son t-shirt, je décrypte les affleurements de chair, muscles, articulations, os et tendons. Caresse du regard relève la topographie de son corps. Si je ferme les yeux, du bout des doigts, je sens le grain de peau de son visage, les courbes de ses lèvres, la chaleur de ses mains et des miennes.
Unmute. Oh, that was beautiful. You can feel the love in the words. It's so nice. Thank you, Caroline. David, are you ready?
You called on me, Jane, without my material in my hand. But
all right. Well, do you want me to go to somebody else while you look?
No, I've got it.
All right, then we're ready. Claire, you could be next if you're ready.
Ready. We are so ready. So the first one I'm going to read is about the high mountains. I have concerns because there's a forest fire burning in some of my favorite bit of the Sierra section called the Sierra Alps, south of Tahoe. It is a fire that was started by lightning strikes, so it wasn't some dumbass who started it. Okay. That's part of the cycle too, fire, of course. However, climate's really messed up right now. There's humans are messing up a lot of things. Okay, this poem's called High Sierra. The lake is ice blue, and higher are the white peaks where ice giants play. The mountains gleam from far away. In the sunset on the lake, the shaggy man howls at the wind. It's such a pleasure to be here with you all. And so for my final offering of the evening, this one, like I said at the beginning, it's been a very busy week for me, poetry-wise, and this poem's been in my heavy rotation. So I don't feel like it. We are the pomegranate. Now has come October, the harvest mostly in, the last radishes dug from the ground, the last green tomatoes wrapped in paper and stored in the pantry. On the south side of the house, the pomegranate tree droops beneath the weight of fruit. I watched them grow all through the solitary summer, small green bulbs to large red balls. Out of the unexpected blue, cosmic transmissions on the social web, where 2020 introduced me to many dozens of brilliant, supportive poets, spatially dispersed around the planet, but all caught in this same damn year. I am contacted by Paul Jolly, one of the first poets I personally knew when we were students at Maybeck High School in Bruce Henderson's poetry class. It had been 45 years since we last spoke together. Paul was returned at last to old Berkeley after decades working the halls and lobbies in Washington, D.C., and all that time away from poetry, but now returned with all his great sincerity. We exchanged video links of our readings and books via US mail. We met virtually in cyber chat, bridged that great distance, at least in 2020, between Berkeley and Martinez. In pleasing synchronicity, I had just been thinking of Paul maybe a day before his contact, remembering that time he approached me at Maybeck in Trinity Hall and held forth two halves of a pomegranate, the myriad bright red seeds gleaming, glistening under the high ceiling lights. "We are the pomegranate," Paul said, laughing, and I laughed. And for us, "we are the pomegranate" became our catchphrase and a metaphor. And I also told Paul Jolly back in 1975 that it was the title of a poem. Majid harvests the pomegranates before they bend the tree to breaking. 2 huge baskets. These will be good until February, as was 2019's harvest this year. When we are in a new year, 2021, and 2020 has been endured and the lucky have survived. 2020, still a few weeks to go, fingers crossed, all nervous, spells and incantations, breathe right, relieve stress, and whatever boosts immunity. A nervously dry November, waiting for California rains to douse the parched land, knock down the wildfires for a while the United States had the highest turnout election for president ever, and over 70 million voted to re-elect President Donald Trump. But more than 80 million voted for Joe Biden and in the necessary states. But Trump claimed fraud, and has been the case for years now, disputed the factual basis of reality. And his fans backed his claims on no other authority and absent any objective evidence. Perhaps the weirdest behavior in utterly weird 2020. Meanwhile, the pandemic sickened and killed thousands and thousands in the United States and around the world. And Dummkopfs gathered and marched from Berlin to Washington to Sturgis, South Dakota. Hell no, we will not wear masks. More reasons why I am staying in until this year is safely past. But we are the pomegranate. All of us, regardless of our vision, be it cloudy or clear, if we are striking out because we are so injured, so emotionally hurt, so fearful that we hit and hurt, or we are forgiving and loving ourselves, then we can reach out in love to all the brilliant seeds, all the love radiating from souls. We can help and heal all together now. Love is all we need. And the pomegranates growing again next year and every year. Let the seasons roll around. We are the pomegranate.
And we need to be the pomegranate with the cult of Trumpism running wild.
Yeah.
Yes, we are all the seeds. Thank you,
Yeah.
David.
Thank you.
Okay, Claire, you ready? Cool. Unmute yourself.
Hi again. Can you hear me? Cool. So I will start with the awakening of spring. That was just before spring came, and I wrote something about it. The sky lingers in my head as my dreams do. The sweet breeze of summer comes past the window and is like a warm hand taking me by the elbow and telling me, "Go out! Here is another spring for you." The fresh air and the surrounding warmth reminds me of the time when I was a baby, when only sensations mattered, and the sound of the cars afar tell me that it's gonna be all right. The vast emptiness of humankind is sometimes swept by all the sensations surrounding us, the smell, the hearing, the touch. I feel like a dog without a leash, seeing, exploring the flowers, the summer breeze, the gentle promise of love that is in all that I can see. The happiness I have inside, hidden like a secret fire, leads me to countries unseen and clears all the idleness away, leaving only the blue sky in my eye that envelops me and has become my entire self, body. I melt with the open sky and fly like an angel that has just rediscovered his wings. I am surprised and yet do not doubt of the power of the awakening of spring.
Very lovely. Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. My second one is shorter. It's called Dreams. The willows are moving like my lungs. They breathe the freedom of the night and hope for a new day to come. Once the white bodies are resting and the pale bodies of children dream of high careers, the leaves awake and sing songs of eternal dreams. Blue as the hopeful night, they are the beginning of something. Once you dream, your whole body is resting with the image of spring. It hears flowers blooming, birds singing in the pale silence of night. It imagines whirlwinds where only one world can be found, one of prosperity and secret, in the eternal awakening of dawn, one that whispers dreams in another language, the ones to which you belong. That's it.
Very nice. Thank you. Your poems are so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie, are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Cool.
Some of my poems that I did before weren't recorded, so I was thinking of like reading one of them at least, and do like two more that are new.
Of course.
So I just wanted to ask which one of my poems you want to repeat.
Whichever one you feel like. I liked them all. I like that second one though.
The second one about the bride.
It wasn't recorded today, Carrie. Is that what you're
It
saying?
wasn't recorded. No.
Yes,
no.
it was.
Oh,
I've got a capture going, so we did get it. I'm pretty certain.
Oh, okay, because
We got both sets.
It wasn't showing on my my screen that it was recorded.
No, that's because it's not being recorded in the Zoom app. I'm recording it separately on the desktop. That's why you see David and Rorschach both being here today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did not know.
I think
All
we're gonna
right.
say
cool.
New things.
Okay. New things. Actually, they're old things. I'm going to do two from In the Blue Hour, which. Okay. This one's called Orange. This is a dissolve. You never liked the color orange. even those mod hooded sweatshirts the cool kids converge upon. The sky is now colored orange. Long days without regrets is what we could ever strive to. But fear could be called orange by most people. You hated to show any fear. Your closed heart could have been colored orange. Once I thought you could cure my loneliness like vitamin C. See, I can't rhyme with orange. What a cruel joke for all poets, seeing sunshine with only one eye open, while cutting wedges out of oranges, lemons, and limes, trying to dress up another drink for happy hour. Yeah. All right. Last poem is this one. I will be his muse. I will be his muse. He is already mine. But unlike all the rest, I will not hold my sweet tongue and won't go with the status quo. And as the birds continuously sing, the water grows deeper at the lake we one day will reside and make. And the traces of the banks are sometimes washed away without regret or remorse. And so, my love, one day will be ours as the young people disappear from the crowd. We will return to the water where we will wash up our bones and our children, our stories, and music only the birds could ever sing.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Muriel, are you ready? Unmute yourself, my dear. Yes.
So I'm going to read a poem in French, and the last one will be in English.
Cool.
The poem is in French is called Hérétique. Actually, it's Hérétique trois quarts, and it's a poem for Charles Baudelaire. Elle ouvrait les portes de ses issues vaporeuses pour qu'il en explorât subrepticement les plissures muqueuses. Une part mineure et cependant sublime de son âme charnelle, allant et venant comme l'aimant du sépulcre féminin, et creux. Cavernes humides, obturées d'un marbre lactescent s'ouvrant en grand et se serrant encore. Oh, le divin mouvement que rythme la danse curieuse des amants. Haletant, empressé, noué, si petitement dans ce vaste univers. Murmure de toujours, souffle glorieusement enchevêtré de corps, bientôt putréfié.
Thank you. You make me go through my French files in my brain to try to recover which word you're saying.
This one was more about the body. So the other ones were about the sky, and this one was a carnal experience. Okay, so the second one is the people versus the poet. Define a poet. Who carries joy, guilt, and hyperesthesia? The poet. Who deserves a divine crown, riches, and amnesia? The poet. Meanwhile, ghastly selves, superegos comply to a certain monotony, require specificity from us. They say, ignore the poetic body. We say, all joy, all soar, all joy. Define a poet, they ordered. The poet is, I answered, exuberant jaws, pounding hearts, cosmic vocal reverberation, non-specific, lucent, unique, radiant. While you compute, the poet sings, The poet sings what? The poet sings the grand, golden, forgotten, stolen, and infinite song running through your veins.
Yes, poet. Thank you so much, Muriel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Maria, are you ready to read some for us? Unmute yourself, my dear. You're muted. Down in the left-hand corner of your screen should be a mic.
There I go.
There you go. Hi, Maria.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's good to be here today. I was having issues trying to find the ID number, but
All right. Well, you're here now. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
So you got some pieces for us? And I like that plant in the back of you.
Thank you. I'm going to read from my poetry book. Last time I was here, I read from this book too. It's called Burnt Orange. I'm on page 21. There are many me's inside of me is the title. The non-politician vintage me, the eccentric dream catcher me. It is me, 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 me. The curious me, the I love sugar me, the artsy me. The color green is me. The alpha and omega is me. I can identify the you in me. I communicate with me. I can plant a garden, me. The I in me, the rose in me, the pain in me, the poetry in me. The I see me, the supernatural fly girl me, the battlefield in me, the intellectual Einstein me. All of this and more is me. All of you are me. I know me. Roar, 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 roar. Meow, me. The river Niger is me. Emmett Till is me. Bigger Thomas is me. One nation under God is me. I pray for all of you and me. Thank you.
Yes, poet. Thank you. You have another one for us?
Yes. On page 71, the title is New York City is in a state of emergency with homelessness. New York City is in a state of emergency with homelessness, from what I can see. There are more and more people camping on the blocks. What has happened to the city? Somehow this all must stop. Some have come from Connecticut, Philadelphia as well. I wonder if that one there was once a Southern Belle. The Armory in the Bronx has closed. Too bad it had been so many. It held so many, so easily taken away, not a party, no confetti. What will happen to these people having dogs by their side, looking down at those faces, wanting another place to reside? New York City reeks of stomach acid mixed with piss, suffocating from their decay. May I chat, bring some flowers or something sauteed? New York City is in a state of emergency with homelessness, from what I can see. New York City is in a state of emergency with homelessness. What I can see, such a bad way to live. Scratching fleas and lice, living in a dark place while the help sits in paradise. Sits in paradise while the help sits in paradise. The homeless sit next to American flags taped to bungee cords, tin cups, and such.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Because, you know, we poets are the word warriors, and we're the ones that bring the light to the dark. So thank you for your pieces. They were wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. So, everybody, I am going to sign off this session
Hey,
of Angora
Jane,
Poets.
Jane, you're not
Yes.
going to read a poem for us?
Oh,
Jane?
all right. I will read a poem and then I will sign off.
Okay.
Okay. So my piece
Good,
is called.
good. I want to hear from you too.
Okay. I am a poet. I am a poet. I am the air that I breathe. I am the words that I think. Take you to the brink, don't blink. Drink it in. Poetry is revolution. Word is the sound solution. Free you from the institution. I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will wake you. I pen lines with a stroke. I spit rhymes when I toke. Inner fires I will stoke, 'cause I ain't no joke. I am a poet. And poetry is revolution. Word is the sound solution. Free you from the institution. I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will wake you. I float bars when I write. Open doors, shine a light. Free your mind, free your might. You are what you think. You think what you are. And poetry is revolution. And words are the sound solution. Free you from the institution and their delusion. I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will free you from their scheme. I am what I know. I am what I sow. I am revolutionary poetry wrapped in a straitjacket, and I will wake you. And I will wake you. And I will wake you. Peace, poets. Thank you so much for today. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Now we
for
can go
coming.
about the rest of our week. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah,
And
thank you, Jane.
signing off for the Angora Poets. We're
Well,
going
very much.
international. Thank you, Mo, for inviting me to be the host for today.
Jane.
Your poets are awesome. Keep on fighting the fight. Go at it. Thank you all. Peace.
Bye.
On weeps, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Wow,
Yeah, that was great, you guys.
that was wonderful.
Yeah. So you guys hook up with me on IG. I'm Jane Spoken Word. You can let me know what y'all are doing.
James.
Jane spoken word.
Yep, that's me. Let me put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, and I
do you want me to put my Facebook mon nom sur Facebook?
Yeah.
Ok. Ah bon.
forgot to.
Ah ouais, non, mais ça c'est du Twitter, ça, avec le hâte au début. I'm never on Twitter.
Me neither.
I got
only do
one
IG.
account and I don't remember the name. I think I just connected twice a few years ago.
Yeah. No, I only do IG because it's really just poetry. It's not a lot of the crap on Facebook, and it's not a lot of twittering.
Yes.
So I stick with the IG. I like it.
That's my Facebook.
Great. And I forgot to add my info.
I've got an Instagram, but I never go. Twitter, neither. I've got an email.
All right. We'll see you next online, y'all. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you, Muriel. Peace, you guys.
It was so nice to meet you. Your poem
That's
was
my
so
email.
powerful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you in New York City.
Woof. Goosebumps.
Thank you. I'm complimented. All right,
Bye.
peace, y'all.